Electric trikes can be super helpful if you have a tough time keeping your balance on a bike. They're extra stable when you're hopping on and off, they can usually carry a pretty high payload, and they also tend to be very comfortable. If you're getting up there in years or you have some disabilities that might get in the way of going outside, trikes can be a great way of getting your mobility back.
Definitely. Our review team has tested literally hundreds of e-bikes, and we've carried that expertise over to the world of three-wheeled mobility devices to help you find the best electric trike for you. Stay tuned while we look at the best performing models that we've tested for 2024.
Welcome to Electric Bike Report. My name is John.
And I'm Griffin.
And we have a couple quick things to run through before we dive into the details. First, we pride ourselves in being the most in-depth review channel out there. So if you're shopping for an e-bike or e-trike and you want to know all about their specs, features, and real-world performance, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon.
That's right. And second, we ask that you use our affiliate links in the video description if we helped you in your buying decision. Our team puts a huge amount of effort into every single review, and while we love what we do, we couldn't do it without support from viewers like you. Using those links will not increase your cost at all, but it will let us know you appreciate our hard work.
Next, we'll be throwing E-Trike's test data at you, but I want to give you some context about our testing processes. We tested every trike's range by riding in the highest and lowest practical pedal assist setting until its battery was empty. We'll give you the high and low end bracket of mileage from each of these tests, but just know that there are a ton of factors that affect range, so your results might vary. Each trike we've tested had different motor and battery specs as well, but the current average for the category is roughly 24 to 45 miles.
The second test is our hill test, which we do at a place called Hellhole Trail. It is a paved path that's a third of a mile with an average grade of 12%. We tested each trike's throttle and highest pedal assist setting, so we'll give you the time each test took. Again, our results varied with all the different motors, and some weren't able to make it on throttle power, but our average for all the trikes that we've tested is currently 1 minute and 46 seconds on throttle and 2 minutes and 8 seconds when pedaling.
Finally, we have our brake test where we throttled each trike up to its maximum speed before hitting the brakes, and then we measured the distance they took to stop. We took an average after 3 tests to balance out any inconsistencies, so that's the number we'll discuss. This test had a lot of variables too. Each trike had different brake systems and top speeds, but the current category average is 16 feet 7 inches.
So with all that out of the way, let's dive into our list of the best electric trikes. The RadTrike from Rad Power Bikes is our top choice overall, and this one has all the hallmarks we've come to expect from Rad. It's safe, it's practical, and after a recent price drop, it's now more affordable than ever.
Absolutely. Let's run through the basics that back that up. This is a Class 2 trike with throttle and pedal assist up to 14 miles per hour. It has a 750 watt front hub motor with a cadence sensor. It traveled 25 and 59 miles in our range tests with a 480 watt hour battery. It finished our hill test in 1 minute and 56 seconds on throttle and 1 minute and 33 seconds when pedaling. The trike's average stopping distance in our brake test was just 10 feet 5 inches. It fits riders from 4'10 to 6'4 and can carry up to 415 pounds. It weighs 82 pounds with the battery and 73.5 without. The standover height is 13.4 inches, and it was priced around $2,500 when we first reviewed it, but Rad brought the price down to just $1,599.
And we like the RadTrike for a bunch of reasons. First, it's one of the most comfortable trikes that we've tested. The saddle and the adjustable backrest felt great, the high-rise handlebars were nice, overall it just felt really solid, really well built, and super easy to ride. Second, Rad really thought through a lot of the functionality of this trike. It's about as wide as you can get while still being able to fit through a door. It has a powerful motor that can move a lot of weight, but it has a super safe speed limit. It has a reverse throttle, and it also sits pretty low, so it felt extremely stable. Third, it has the longest range of any trike that we've tested. We used PAS2 for our low power test and ended up with almost 60 miles. But if you don't mind moving slower in PAS1, you could probably go even further. And fourth, we like this trike even when its price was higher, but the fact that it's dropped so much this year makes it kind of a no-brainer for our top spot.
The The RadTrike is definitely a great choice if you don't want to worry about recharging all that often. It can also handle a large payload, so it's a great option for anyone who needs to transport cargo. And of course, if safety and reliability are important to you, this is a product from Rad Power Bikes, and they take both of those things extremely seriously. Next up is the Lectric XP Trike. So Lectric has a habit of resetting the bar for what you can get at a specific price point. They've done it time and time again with e-bikes, but they also did it with their first trike. Other brands have lowered their prices to match, but you still get a lot with this model that you won't find elsewhere.
Definitely. I'll take you through a quick rundown of the XP Trike specs and test performance. So it is a Class 2 electric trike with a throttle and pedal assist up to about 13.5 mph speeds. But it's worth pointing out that it has a beginner mode with a slower top speed of about 11.5 mph. It has a 500 watt hub motor that's actually mounted right back here between the two wheels, and it uses a cadence sensor. It has a 672 watt-hour battery that gave us 40 and 53.5 miles in our range test, and we did do that test in beginner mode. The XP Trike climbed Hellhole Trail in 1 minute and 51 seconds on throttle and 1 minute and 40 seconds with pedal assist. Its average stopping distance in our brake test was 13 feet 2 inches. It is made for riders from 4'10" to 6'4" and has a total payload capacity of 415 pounds. It weighs 82 pounds including the battery and 75 without it. It has a standover height of 13.8 inches, and at the time of this filming, the XP Trike's price is $14.99.
So there were a few reasons we really like the XP Trike. First is just the amount of value that it brings to the table. Its battery is the largest we've tested on a trike so far. It has lights, it has different speed limits for the throttle, and it's also the only trike we've tested at this point with hydraulic disc brakes, so you really do get a lot of bang for the buck. But second, we really like Lectric's approach with that centrally mounted hub motor. It sends power to both wheels for really good traction, and it's about as close to a mid-drive as you can get without adding a lot of additional cost. And third, the XP Trike has a folding design that makes it pretty easy to transport. I drive a Kia Forte hatchback, and we were able to fit it in the back of my car with the seats folded flat. It's not the lightest trike on the list, but it is very manageable with 2 sets of hands.
We think the XP Trike is a great fit for anyone looking for a high-quality trike on a budget. Lectric makes great products, but they're also known for their awesome customer service, so it's no wonder that they're one of the most well-known brands out there today. We also think this might be a good option for anyone needing to move a lot of weight regularly. We pushed this trike to the max in a second hill test that we did, where we put 110 pounds of additional cargo in it. And we had to pedal a little bit to get to the top, but this thing handled it like a champ. Our tester, Justin, called it the little engine that could, and I think that's a fitting name and a good way to think of it as.
The 630 Easy Transit 750 watt folding electric trike is next up, and while it has a pretty long name, it lives up to that name by being able to fold down relatively small.
The name is kind of a mouthful. I'll take you through those details again. This is a Class 2 trike with throttle and pedal assist up to 16 miles per hour. It has a 750 watt front hub motor with a cadence sensor. Its range test results were 19 and 30 miles from a 499 watt-hour battery. Its throttle time in our hill test was 1 minute and 35 seconds, and it pedaled up in 1 minute and 33 seconds. It stopped in 17 feet and 10 inches in our brake test. The Easy Transit fits a huge range of riders from 4'6" up to 6'5", and it has a payload capacity of 350 pounds. It weighs 80 pounds with the battery and 73 without it. It has a standover height of just 13.5 inches, and at the time of filming, it is going for $1,500.
This one was really interesting, so let's talk about a few highlights. First, it sits super low, so it feels really stable thanks to its 16-inch wheels. You might notice this trike was a little faster than the others, but it handled that higher speed really well. Second, it has plenty of climbing power. This is currently the fastest trike we've tested in our hill test. Third, it has a full 7-speed drivetrain that makes it easier to pedal without any assistance, and it gives you a wider range of options when it comes to hills.
This is a good option for anyone who needs to transport the trike regularly, although we still recommend an extra set of hands when lifting it. It's also a fantastic option if you live in a hilly area or if you just want to zip around a little faster than the other options that we've discussed. All right, so we've covered our top picks for the best electric trikes, but we also have a short list of honorable mentions to run through as well. We've seen these trikes at this year's Sea Otter Expo, and they looked great. At the time of filming this video, these trikes are on their way to us, so we're excited to be able to test them in the near future. Let's talk about the things that stood out to us up front, but be sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss our full reviews whenever they go live.
Pedeggo's Fat Tire Trike is a fresh new model that seems pretty promising. It has a 750 watt front hub motor and a safe top speed of 15 miles per hour and a 52 volt electrical system, so there should be tons of power for moving heavy loads and climbing hills. It also comes with an extra large storage bin with 64 liters of total volume over the rear axle, and Pedeggo advertises a range of up to 75 miles on a single charge with the Trike's 910 watt-hour battery.
That's a massive battery. Pedeggo has clearly put a lot of thought into this one. There are loads of safety features packed in. As with the other trikes that we've talked about, the Fat Tire Trike is UL certified and it has a potted battery to further reduce the already unlikely occurrence of battery fire. It has powerful Tektro-hydraulic disc brakes for reliable stopping power, it has lights and turn signals for visibility, and of course, as a Pedeggo product, it has an awesome warranty.
On top of that, it has 4-inch wide Kenda fat tires, so we'd expect it to be extremely stable and comfortable. And then it has quite a few other features we don't often see on a trike, like an 8-speed drivetrain, 3 different power profiles, and a full color display. We expect it to perform extremely well in our testing, so we're very comfortable suggesting that it should be on your radar.
And then finally, we'll talk about the CityTri E310 from Admotor. This brand has a ton of different trikes, but this one really jumped out at us. It comes in 5 catchy colors and it has a super powerful 750 watt hub motor that's mounted in the same way as the XP Trikes. And holy smokes, this thing has a gigantic 960 watt-hour battery as well, so it should also be able to cover some serious ground. Admotor estimates up to 90 miles, but of course we'll evaluate that once we get our test trike in.
One thing that was really clear from all of the Admotor trikes we saw was their build quality. Everything seemed really well put together. This trike has a top speed of 20 miles per hour, which we'd usually say is probably too high, but it really seems like this trike could handle it. Plus, we also get a lot of comments from folks that just want to get around a little faster, so this might be a good option if that's you.
Another interesting thing about this trike is that it comes in 3 models, a standard, a mini, and a plus version, so each of those have different sizes of tires. The standard version has an 18-inch rear tire and 20-inch front tire and fits riders from 5'1" up to 5'9". The Mini has 16 and 18-inch tires that fits riders from 4'9" to 5'5", and the Plus has 20 and 22-inch tires for riders between 5'3" and 6'3", but all 3 models can hold up to 360 pounds.
That covers our picks for the best electric trikes of 2024, but I want to say a quick thank you for hanging out with us today. If any of these trikes caught your eye, you can get more info in our full reviews, and we'll leave a link down in the video description to our website where you can find those.
Again, we really appreciate your support, so please give us a like and please make sure to use our affiliate links if you decide to make a purchase. And let us know in the comments section if you have your own favorite trike or if there are any you'd like us to review. But that's going to be all for today. Again, I'm Griffin.
And I'm John.
And we're with Electric Bike Report, and these were the best electric trikes of 2024.